Good morning, everybody. My name is Ros Pandawati. My student ID 2025747914 from Universitas Indraprasta PGR. It is my absolute pleasure to present to you today a critical topic in language education: building speaking confidence, overcoming the fear or of mistaken in English as a foreign language EFL classrooms. As EFL learners and educators, we all know that speaking a second language in front of others can be intimidating experience. Today, we will explore why this anxiety exists, how it impacts learners, and most importantly, what practical strategies we can implement to transform our classrooms into safe spaces for spoken communication. Let's begin. Part 1: The Psychological Barrier. Moving on to our first main topic, Part 1: Psychological Barrier. To address the issue, we must first understand the internal and external psychological barriers that silent EFL learners from practicing speech. First, let's look at internal psychological barriers. EFL learners frequently struggle with severe self-doubt, shyness, and heightened fear of failure. They constantly compare their own language abilities with their classmates, operating under the assumption that everyone else possesses superior proficiency. This internal mindset creates an instant verbal resistance, a mental wall before a single word is even spoken. Second, we have external social pressures. Anxiety escalates significantly due to social factors, primarily the fear of negative evaluation by peers, such as being looked at for mispronouncing words or receiving public, overly strict correction from teachers during spontaneous speech. When students feel that every minor error will be put under a spotlight, they naturally retreat into silence. The impact of speaking apprehension and reframing perspectives. Now, how deep is this problem? Look at this compelling statistic: 88% of EFL students experience anxiety. According to research mapping the foreign language classroom anxiety scale, up to 88 of EFL students experience mild to high anxiety when prompted to speak in front of others without preparation. The consequence of this speaking apprehension is profound. The result is a self-imposed silence. Students choose avoidance to shield themselves from making errors, thereby missing out entirely on this crucial practice required to developing speaking fluency. It becomes a vicious cycle. Fear leads to silence, silence prevents practice, and lack of practice reinforces low confidence. To break this cycle, we must undergo a fundamental shift in perspective. As shown on the slide, errors are not evidence of failure, but rather structural signs of growth, discovery, and active learning within the target language. Part 2: Solution and Strategies. The three pillars of confidence that bring us to part 2: Solution and Strategies. Active method for both teachers and students to transform classroom anxiety into structured verbal confidence. We propose the three pillars of confidence. One, cognitive reframing. This involves shifting the student mindset to view mistakes as valuable diagnostic data and learning opportunities, rather than reflection of personal capability or limited intelligence. Two, low-stakes spaces. We need to create classroom environment where sportive, non-judgmental peers collaborate and mutual mistakes are highly tolerated. When the stakes are low, the freedom to try increases dramatically. 3. Preparation time. Anxiety spikes during forced spontaneity by providing ample drafting time for students to gather vocabulary and structure their ideas before calling on them to speak aloud. We give them a safety net to build initial confidence. Actionable copying mechanism and the teacher pedagogical pivot. Let's look at practical actionable copying mechanism for students. Fluency over accuracy. Focus on transmitting the core message first, rather than aiming for immediate grammatical perfection. Warm up and mirror practice. Speak out loud in front of a mirror or record short self-videos to establish muscle memory and build familiarity with speech patterns. Peer triad and pair sharing. Engage in low pressure discussion in pair or small triad before escalating to full class presentation. Vocabulary priming. Just don't critical target verb and nouns ahead of time to minimize cognitive blocks when formulating sentences. At the same time, teachers must execute a pedagogical pivot. The old paradigm. Historically, teachers serve as instant grammatical critics, correcting pronunciation, morphology, and syntax immediately mid-speech created high effective filters, making students tense, risk-averse, and completely silent. The new paradigm, the facilitator or guide. Modern educators foster growth by delaying feedback to the end of activities, using subtitle reformulation, providing positive reinforcement, and praising communicative effort create a safe, motivating ecosystem for learning. Part 3 Summary Conclusion. In Part 3 Summary and Conclusion, developing speaking confidence is not about eliminating mistakes entirely. It is about expanding communicative resilience and transforming how mistakes are handled. To conclude our presentation today, mari kita ciptakan ruang belajar bahasa Inggris yang aman, inklusif, dan bebas dari ketakutan. Let us create an English learning environment that is safe, inclusive, and free from fear. Thank you very much for your active participation and attention. I'm now open for any question or discussion. Thank you.